Greetings, Pathfinders. I'm your host, Dustin Knight, and welcome back to another edition of Booster Bestiary. I'm going to quickly adjust the light right here because that is far too bright. There we have it. Alright, so today we are going to go back to cracking random packs as opposed to simply Neo Kamigawa packs. In addition, I have some great, fun Pathfinder, etc. news to share. So let's just go ahead and get cracking. And I will go ahead and share that news as we do. So as usual, I'll go ahead and roll this d6 here. Whoop. And maybe get a roll that isn't sideways. Oh! Alright, I got it. It looks like I'm finally opening the first pack of Pokemon on stream from Pokemon Evolving Skies. Man, I've been waiting for this. To be honest, something that actually inspired this idea was I was really tempted to write an article where I would just like stat all 152 original Pokemon and throw them up. And then I realized the main reason I was doing it is I just wanted to list Water Gun on missing numbers twice. And I'm like, that's kind of a lame reason to put in like 4 weeks of work just for one article. I don't know, might still do it someday. Alright, so, Pokemon Evolving Skies. These packs were actually released with a cool little single card binder. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I kind of like having them. It was on sale at Troll and Toad. But yeah, I haven't actually seen a Pokemon card since like for a long time. I mean, not seen, but not cracked a Pokemon pack in a long time. It's been since at least Neo. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Hopefully we won't get too much from Sword and Shield as I'm less familiar with those species. Oh, here we go, Drowsy. Probably too boring for a monster unless I was to start taking stuff from the original source material and making him, put people to sleep and eat their dreams. But this one just has Pound, which would just be, an attack. Flabebe here has a Hypnotic Gaze. That's more interesting. Doesn't actually have a way of dealing damage, which kind of is a fun monster design, I gotta admit. Like, I know in PF2 you'd probably still have to give them some kind of a weak little attack. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like it more than Drowsy, that's for sure. Here we got Mud Slap and a Rolling Tackle on a Roggenrola. I really like the art in newer Pokemon cards, I gotta admit. Like, I know there's some controversy over the art that just breaks through borders and stuff, but it's much better than the old, like, they took the standard clip art of Pokemon and just put them over random psychedelic backgrounds. Much better than the base set art, for sure. Psyduck has a Rain Splash. I guess most of the commons just have single attacks. Like, I'm aware that most people who have Pokemon cards don't actually play the game or know how. They just like collecting their favorites. So it makes sense that they make the commons just like... I don't think anyone would use these in an actual game. From what I've seen of random streams of people playing the TCG in the modern era. Surprise attack. Flip a coin. If tails, it does nothing. I guess you would just make that like a attack with the fatal or deadly trait, but with a really low base attack bonus. Like, very hard to hit, but when it does, it'll do a lot of damage. Alright, here's... oh, I do love Swablu too, but who doesn't like Swablu? Swablu's amazing. Oh, here we have a foil. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like how they foil the creature type like that. See, you can see the foil stamps here on the leaves, but I'll show you the actual card up here. Alright, boop, boop. There we have it. So a Gossifer has Blot. Heals 10 damage from this Pokemon, does some damage as well. Your standard vampiric attack. I'm seeing now that I am not getting... I need to autofocus my lens real quick so y'all can see these cards. This is, of course, the Lumens. And if you're interested in getting one of these so you could play card games online with people or crack packs with your friends, I have a whole article on that up on No Direction. Oh, I'll talk about some other stuff while I'm doing this. First and foremost, you should really check out TTRPGs for Trans Rights in Texas. TTRPGs for Trans Rights in Texas. I'll throw a link there in chat. It's a charity. I mean, it's a charity for a great cause. In addition, it's just a great deal for what you get. I gotta admit, like, if you're just looking for a good deal, it's incredible. It's 493 tabletop role-playing game books, including some Pathfinder 2 books, for $5. Or plus, donate as much as you can, because there's some people who really need the help in with all the new laws being implemented in Texas. All right, there we have it. I got that done. So you should really check that out. I also shouted out to it in my No Direction article that I posted today, which is Fox's Cunning Intercalation Integration. It's kind of based on games within a game, story within a story, and how to use that semi-mechanically in your Pathfinder 2nd Edition games. Which you should use sparingly. If you use it, don't do it more than once per campaign, or it will get tiresome. But anyway. So there's Glossfer. Oh, a Stoutland. I like Stoutland. What does Stoutland do? Alright, so Stoutland has Intimidating Fang. As long as it's the active Pokemon, your opponent does 30 less damage. That would just be like a battle cry effect. You know, when he rolls initiative. That'd be interesting to see a monster who gets the free Intimidate when they roll initiative. Usually it's the PCs that do that, so it would be fun to see a monster with that. And Knockaway. Flip a coin. If heads, it does 100 more damage. Wow, it does 120 damage. That's impressive. Alright, so again, fatal but low chance. 50-50-ish chance. Okay, he's the current winner, I think, for... Oh, he's the rare in the pack, too. All right. An energy. For trainer cards, we've got a Crystal Cave, a Toy Catcher, and a Raihan. All right. So I think we're going to do Stoutland, just because I would like to see Intimidate on a... Man, I wish we got, like, a less... No, it's funny. This happened. This is karma. I was just telling myself earlier today that, like, normal is such a... poor name for a type. It's so unevocative. It's like, what are you? I'm normal. I mean, it makes sense because they're just supposed to be based on normal animals, especially most of the normal type Pokemon. So it's like, I get it, but they should have used, I don't know, Beastle or I don't know, Feral. They could have used a different type of name. Anyway, oh, and I do have to look up, I can't use Scryfall for this, so let's look up Evolving Skies Stoutland, so I can get up here on our creator. And the creator is looking at the wrong window, so give me 1 second to fix that. Display 2? Yes. Alright, cool. Alright, so today we are, in fact, doing an Evolving Skies Stoutland. Let's copy that image URL and put it there on our crab. Haha. There we go. And we are not beholding the unspeakable Stoutland. It is a normal Stoutland. It is a mighty Stoutland. Alright, so to give some information about Stoutland, I have a personal attachment. He was one of the first shinies I ever caught. I think I caught like in the wild, like not breeding or event shiny, but just like, oh, a shiny. I think it was the third shiny I ever caught in the wild, because I don't shiny hunt as much as I wish I could claim I did. Like, I have some mad respect for people who could put in that effort and try to get a full shiny Pokedex, especially in the pre-Sword and Shield era. Yes, Stoutland, he's the big-hearted Pokemon. They have a talent for rescuing people lost in the sea or mountains. They're intelligent, good-natured, valiant, and trustworthy. Excellent, excellent. They are normal. This is definitely going to be the Intimidate version of Stoutland, as the card does. They are also famous for, let's see, they'll get Giga Impact, Roar, Helping Hand. Oh, I think I like Helping Hand on this. Retaliate, Baby Doll Eyes would be kind of fun. Bite, Work Up, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang. It doesn't need the Elemental Fangs. That would be kind of weird for this. So first thing we're going to do is look up a dog. Probably a wolf, actually, because, like, he's big. Unless, are there dogs? Maybe there's a big dog, too. I know there's the Foo dog. Blink dog. Oh, there's something. Goblin dog. Guard dog. Animal. Bestiary. Oh, yeah, dog is a type in the Bestiary. The highest level is the riding dog, which is only 1. This guy's bigger than level 1. What level is he on the card, I wonder? They usually put a level on these. Well, I think it's kind of random. They used to in the old days. Don't know if they still do. No, they don't do that anymore. Okay. Makes sense. It never really meant anything on the cards when they did that. What level does Stoutland evolve? I could just use that to determine what level monster I'm doing. Level 32? No, I don't think so. 32 is like the Pokemon equivalent of like 7. So we'll make him level 7. That's fine. Let's check out the wolf type on monsters and see what we get. Dire Wolf's level 3, I think, is the highest there. That's not doing it for me. Okay, we will make him from scratch. Normally, a dog has pretty much +2 across the board until you hit intelligence and wisdom, so it's a balanced type character. They're a kind of, I want to say, yeah, they're definitely a striker. Riding dog has Buck. I wonder if I should give him Buck. If he'll be a dog like that. Alright, so, let's... How big is a Stoutland? Anyone have any idea how big a Stoutland is? Oh, it'll say that on the card. Height, 3 feet. Weight, 134 pounds. That's almost... That's not medium, that's small. It's not tiny, though. It's small. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... Well, it's medium. Riding dogs are medium. It's the size of a riding dog. Okay, I'll do that then. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and import the riding dog. So, open URL, riding dog. I'll just give us a base there. Alright, so Stoutland. Let's go ahead and make him level 7. Neutral, medium, animal, animal? He's intelligent. Well, he's an intelligent animal. I'm just gonna keep him animal. Like, I suppose he could be beast, but then you'd have to ask, like, what are the other Pokemon that aren't beast? Like, because there's some that are definitely beast. I like having some variation in types. I'm just gonna keep him animal unless anyone out there disagrees. Go ahead and disagree, by the way. I don't know if it'll ever come into play, but I'm gonna give him the Pokemon trait. I don't know. I don't need to. Everyone knows his Pokemon. That's fine. Oh, but they can take verbal commands, and they're not just trained. I mean, I know they have trainers, so it's hard to say. I'm going to give him Beast, so it could actually be intelligent, because animals shouldn't be intelligent. So under intelligence, I'm just going to give it plus, a low, because he's not, I mean, he's smart for a dog. Be a +2. Let's give him like a 3 dex. He doesn't seem like the dexy type, but he seems like he'd have a lot of con and a decent strength score, decent wisdom. He's a cute dog. I shouldn't... They gave dogs -1 charisma, but they're cute. Well, I guess because they don't have a high sense of self. That makes sense. They're trained too easily, especially a Pokemon dog. So I get it. I get it. Fine. We'll leave it at a -1 to charisma, but just for now. Under languages, I will put common because he can't take orders. Sorry about that. I had to get that down so I could scroll around. Perception, scent 30 feet, low light vision, plus 15 is fine. Well, they're good at finding people, so I should make that higher, like an 18. And he wants high... He wants to be impressive during his initiative for reasons we'll get to later. Armor class, moderate is fine because he's going to have a lot of hit points. He should have high fortitude because of his high con and because he's a snow dog. I don't want to see him get hurt in the snow, you know. But kind of a low reflex. Moderate will. That's fine. Hit points are going to be high. But like the lower end of high. Like the higher end of high is reserved for me, for people with like a lot of weaknesses or like really low AC. I'm going to give him cold 5 resistance because of his big coat. Let's give him a high athletics, and let's also give him a high intimidate because that's like his main thing. But I'm gonna give him a fairly low acrobatics. He doesn't seem like the most nimbly bimbly dog out there, you know. He isn't jumping all over the place. He's staying in one place and borking. Give him a high survival for sure. And we're good at that on skills. That's fine. All right, so for attack, he is going to have a Jaws attack. Although maybe I should name it. I should name them after the Pokemon attacks. So what Jaw attack does he have in the actual game? He has... Oh, what does he have on the card? Knockaway? Well, that'll be something else. Let's give him... Where are you? Bite? Okay, so he gets Bite and Crunch. I like Crunch. Crunch has an added effect, doesn't it? We'll have Bite. Well, I'm going to call it Bite, even though it's usually called Jaws, because we're doing the Pokemon thing. And let's make that... Oops. Melee. Bite. Let's give that a moderate attack. Well, bite has a high crit rate, so let's give it a high attack. Because I want his other thing to be low. His other thing's the risky one. This is the steady as she goes one, for sure. I know it's knock away. That's not a real attack in the game, is it? I don't think it gets anything with the word knock. No, it isn't. That's fine. All right, so plus 18, bite will have, there's nothing special with bite. It just does damage. It should do at least, it should do 2d8 plus 8. That would be moderate damage for the high to hit. That's fine. And then we're going to give him an ability called Crunch. Crunch will do... Crunch is the flinch, right? Crunch has a 20% chance of lowering their special defense. Okay, so that's what it does. That's fine. Oh, I know what to do with Crunch. This will be fun. All right, so Crunch will be... let's look up Battle Cry. Pathfinder 2E. All right. So Crunch is an offensive reaction. Trigger. When Stoutland hits an enemy with bite. Effect. I'm not doing that right. Hold on. Sorry about this. Gotta go to feats. Intimidate. You're next. I'm just gonna look up how they worded it for that. Train in intimidation, you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points after downing a foe. Okay, cool. We'll do it like that. Trigger, effect. Stoutland attempts an intimidation check to demoralize the target of his bite. That's fine. All right. And let's also give him his main ability, Intimidating Fang. This is a defense. I think it'll go under defense for initiative abilities, but I'm going to look that up because I'm really curious now. Do monsters put their initiative abilities in defense or not? And while this is loading, I also do want to point out that Goblin's Raid Sandpoint, Goblin Fireworks has come out. Goblin Firework Fight. It looks really fun. I would like to play with somebody maybe next year at PaizoCon or something. And check out the Paizo blog for the Pathfinder First Edition Character Options Humble Bundle. If you want a bunch of, if you want a paper version of the Inner Sea World Guide, which is still relevant and an awesome book, and a bunch of the best Pathfinder player companions ever written, for character options especially, you should really check it out. If you're getting into 1E, if you started in 2E going back to 1E, or there's just some 1E stuff you haven't missed, you should check them out because these are really good books. Like seriously, they pick like some of the best player companions. There's no ultimate there's no the Adventure Armories and Blood of the Beast are the only ones kind of missing from what I think of as the best player companions. I don't think the alchemy book's in there either, but you do have all the tactics books, and those ones are so good, so good. Like the melee weapons and the range weapon tactics, the toolboxes. That's it. The toolbox books. Those are so good. All right, so we're here in Pathfinder. We are looking up monsters. Does the Bog Mummy do something on initiative? Initiative. Yep. Awesome. All right, so trigger. Stoutland rolls initiative. Effect. Stoutland attempts and Stoutland. I'm gonna make this like a special intimidate that's not exactly like intimidate, which I know seems weird, but it's because I want Crunch to still work. No, I'm just gonna make this intimidate. Stoutland roars at his foes. To demoralize. Roars to demoralize all foes within 30 feet. I like that. Stoutland roars. Yeah, because roar is Pokemon attack. Otherwise, I'd say Bork. But I like that. That works fine. Okay, cool. So he can intimidate. We need knock away as an ability for sure, which should probably have that attack trait. Attack traits. I know there's a knockback attack. I think there's a knock away attack already in Pathfinder, but usually knocks away a weapon. That's not what this does. This does almost double the damage half the time, which would be like a fatal almost, or like a heavy pick. Pathfinder 2E deadly? Deadly or fatal? Which one would work best? Fatal. Definitely fatal. A critical. Alright, so let's call this knockback. Just make this another attack. So strike, knockback. This one will have a plus 13 to hit. And under traits, I'm going to give it fatal 2d12. Or fatal, the weapon increases to that die size. I guess it would be deadly is easier to do because fatal like changes the die size. That's fine. Fatal d12. And this will do 2d10 plus 9 plus 8. So it already does more damage than the bite, but it has that really low attack. Can I give this a flourish? I'm just going to write flourish. We only do it once a turn. Flourish actions. Yep, once per turn. Just want to double check on that. It's kind of weird to have a monster have the flourish trait, but I like it. I'm going to do it. No one can stop me. I'm amazing like that. Alright. We will also go ahead and... excuse me very much. Oh, there is a monster that has an ability called Knockdown. No, it isn't. Oh, knocks him prone. That makes sense. Alright. So we'll have an ability here called Knockdown. Call that Knockback? It's Knock Away. Sorry. So let's call this Headbutt and call this Knock Away. The offense, no actions. I can make this a reaction. Yeah, I think we can make this a reaction so it can't use Crunch and Knock Away. It has to choose one or the other. Trigger. Stoutland hits an enemy with Headbutt. Oh no! Some of my EV minis just fell off the shelf. Oh well. Yep. Alright. Minis, plushies. They're not minis, they're plushies. So Stoutland hits an enemy with Headbutt. Effect. Stoutland attempts an athletics check to push the target. That's dumb. Let's just make it plus... What is that called? Monster attributes is what I'm trying to look up. Knock. Improve knockdown. I could just call it... I just give it improve knockdown, I guess. Improve knockdown or knockdown? It's going to be improve push. Knock away. This calls improve push. Let's say hits an enemy with headbutt effect. The attack gains your choice of improved knockdown or improved push. Till the that's too convoluted. Then you gotta look it up. Let's just say Stoutland uses push or knockdown. Is a free action triggered by the initial attack. Knocks the target prone, or this is push, or okay, let's just go Stoutland pushes the enemy back 5 feet or knocks the enemy prone. There. Alright, this is actually a surprisingly scary monster. It could do a lot for just being a doggo. It intimidates. Oh, that hasn't been on the thing. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Why is the monster creator not showing up on the screen, and why didn't I notice till now? It should. Monster creator. What is covering monster creator? Oh no. You've just been sitting here watching me type like this. Monster creator. I don't know what happened or why my monster creator is glitching like this. Thank you, OBS. Thank you so much for being you. Let's switch to display 1 and see what that looks like. Okay, it looks like I cannot use display 2 for this, but here's display 1. So here's what we've got for Stoutland. Stoutland has Crunch, it has Knockaway. They are both reactions, so it can't use the same one twice in the same round. His Headbutt does a lot of damage, but has a low to hit, and the floor is straight, whereas the Bite does not, and that is fine. This pretty much explains what a Stoutland is. I'm also going to give it the ability that riding dogs get, because that fits Stoutland, since he gets Helping Hands as an ability. And the ability is simply called Pack Attack. But we're going to name it something different to make it more Pokemon-y. So we're going to name it Helping Hands? Yeah, Helping Hand. I'll call it Helping Paw, not Helping Hand. Helping Hand. And it is Stoutland's Strikes deal 1d4. That seems weird to have to use a d8, a d10, a d12, and a d4. Plus you're probably going to use a d6 at some point too. Let's use d8. So, and since that's doing d8, yeah, it's fine. We're going to do d8 there. So Stoutland Strikes deal 1d8 extra damage to creatures within reach of at least 2 of Stoutland's allies. I'm going to say reach of at least 1 of Stoutland's allies, because this is different than Pack Attack, slightly. No actions. Great. And with that, we are good. This was our first time opening a Pokemon pack. I'm going to throw another Pokemon pack into it, because I like always having one in there, because they're a natural fun for Booster Bestiary for me. So thank you very much for showing up and watching. This was really fun. Make sure to show up on Friday, as we are going to be showing off Heroic Crafting, one of the newest Pathfinder Infinite releases by Hive Frog Studios. We are going to have an interview with someone from Hive Frog Studios, so check your feeds for that. Also, do want to point out... no, I guess that's it. Oh, yes, want to point out that Battle Zoo Bestiary's contest has the results up today. So if you entered that contest, go check it out. Go see how you did. Tell me how you did. I love to hear from people who create stuff. As usual, you should check out my Discord at infinite.net, where you can find all the latest cool news on Pathfinder and Starfinder Infinite, and meet other creators to collaborate with projects, ask questions, or just hang out with. Again, thank you very much for showing up. Have yourself a fabulous